In this video, we are going to learn how to solve these physics repeated questions under optical instruments. So we have 27 repeated questions to practice with in this video. Let's get started. The first one I have here says, the following are parts of the eye. We have retina, pupil, iris. The correct equivalent in the camera in the same order are, so we have film, diaphragm, aperture. No, we have film, aperture, diaphragm. Yes, this is correct. Okay, so the correct option in the same order is this option B. Film is equivalent to retina. In the camera, we have aperture is equivalent to pupil in the camera. Diaphragm is equivalent to iris in the camera. Okay, so the next video question with this one, it says in a compound microscope, the objective lens has a shorter focal length than the eyepiece, which is concave. No, the objective lens has a longer focal length than the eyepiece, which is convex. No, the objective lens has a shorter focal length than the eyepiece, which is convex. Correct. So the right option here is this option C, which is the objective lens have a shorter focal length than the eyepiece, which is convex. The next question is this one. It says in a compound microscope, the objective and eyepiece focal length are, we have short, the same, at infinity long. So the correct option in this question is option A, which is short. Alright, the next question is this one. It says the ability of the eye to focus on both near and far objects is called accommodation, option C. Alright, very simple question. The next one is this one. It says the eye controls the amount of light reaching the retina by adjusting the, so the right option to this question will be option C, which is iris. Iris is a part of the eye that controls the amount of light entering the eye. The next question is this one. It says in comparing the camera and the human eye, the film of the camera functions as the retina, option A. That's the correct one. Alright, the next question is this one. It says when an object is placed between the principal focus and the optical center of a convex lens, it could be used as a reflecting lens, projector, compound microscope, simple microscope. So the correct option to this question will be option D. Alright, simple microscope. It could be used as a simple microscope. The correct option is option D. Next repeated question is this one. It says in the microscope, the eyepiece lens merely acts as a magnifier. Alright, the correct option here is option C. Next repeated question is this one. It says which part of the human eye is responsible for focusing light onto the retina, that's the lens. Alright, option C is the correct one. Next question is this one. The diagram above shows the prism arrangement in a periscope. So the correct option here is option A. Alright, the next question is this one. It says if a document is to be produced using a duplicating camera, where should the document be placed in order to obtain an exact copy? Between the principal focus and a point twice the focal length of the lens of a camera. We have at the point which is twice the focal length of the lens of a camera, beyond a point twice the focal length of the lens of the camera at the optical center of the lens of the camera. So guys, the correct option in this question is option C, is the right one. Alright, so the correct option is option C, which is beyond a point twice the focal length of the lens of the camera. Next question is this one. It says which of the following is a difference between the human eye and a camera? The human eye has a diaphragm, while a camera does not. The human eye has a receptor for the image, while a camera does not. We are looking for difference. The human eye can focus on objects at different distances, while a camera cannot. The human eye has a lens, while a camera does not. So guys, the correct option in this question is option C, which is the human eye can focus on objects at different distances, while a camera cannot. Okay, so that's for this question. Take note of this particular question. The next question is this one. It says, in a compound microscope, the objective lens has shorter focal length than the eyepiece, which is concave. The objective lens has a longer focal length than the eyepiece, which is convex. No. The objective lens has a shorter focal length than the eyepiece, which is convex. Correct. Though we have answered this question before, the correct option here is option C. The next question is this one. So guys, before we attend this question, if you are new to the channel, ensure that you are subscribed to this channel for more of our videos. We really appreciate this. So this question says, the use of lenses is not applicable in the, we have human eye, we have telescope, we have periscope, we have projector. So the correct option, this question is option C, which is periscope. Alright, the next question is this one. It says, when a telescope is in normal use, the final image is at where the radius of curvature, the near point, the focus, infinity. The correct option is option D, which is infinity. The next question is this one. It says, the ability of the human eye to focus objects on the retina is referred to as the power of, we have interference, position, we have diffraction, we have accommodation. So guys, the correct option this question is option D, which is what accommodation. The next question is this one. It says, the property of the eye known as its power of accommodation is controlled by the, we have pupil, ventral humor, we have ciliary muscles, we have iris. So the correct option this question is option C, which is ciliary muscles. Next repeated question will be this one. It says, in a compound microscope, the objective and the eyepiece focal length are, we have long, at infinity, short, the same. The correct option is option C, which is short. Next repeated question is this. It says, the part of the human eye that does similar work as the diaphragm of a camera lens is there. So the correct option this question is option D, which is iris. The next question is this one. It says, in a projection lantern of focal length f, the object distance u is such that, so the right option that expresses this question is option D, which is when the focal length is less than the object distance and the object distance is less than twice the focal length. So option D is the right option for this question. Next question is this one. It says, what optical instrument can be constructed with converging lenses of focal length 50 cm and 5 cm? So the right option is option C, which is astronomical telescope. Next question is this one. It says, which parts of a camera functions like the retina of the human eye? So the correct option to this question is option C, which is the film. Okay, the next question is this one. It says, an astronomical telescope is said to be in normal adjustment when we have final image is at near point of eye is accommodated, focal length of objective lens is longer than that of eyepiece, final image is at infinity. So the correct option this question is option D, which is when the final image is at infinity. Next question will be this one. It says, the terrestrial telescope has one extra lens more than the astronomical telescope. The extra lens is for, so the right option, okay, let's read out the option. We have magnification of the image, erection of the image, creating an inverted image, improving the sharpness. The correct option is option B, which is erection of the image. Next question is this one. It says, the following are parts of the eye. I think we have answered this question before. The correct order we got was, so retina is equivalent to the function of the film. So the pupil is equivalent to that of the aperture. The iris is diaphragm. So option D is the right option here. Next question is this one. It says, the diagram in the figure above shows the lens arrangement in, so the correct option to this question is option C, which is an astronomical telescope. Alright, next question, the last one before we call it a class, is this one. It says which of the following is the basic principle behind how a projector works. A projector uses a mirror to reflect light from a source onto a screen. A projector uses a prism to disperse light from a source onto a screen. A projector uses a lens to focus light from the source onto a screen. A projector uses a combination of lenses and mirrors to focus light from a source onto a screen. The right option here is option D. Alright, a projector uses a combination of lenses and mirrors to focus light from a source onto a screen. So that's it for this video. This is basically how you can do problems involving optical instruments for your JEE to practice with 27 repeated questions on this video. Let's call it a video, guys. If you are new to the channel once more, ensure that you are subscribed to this channel for more of our videos. Also like, share, and comment on this video. Let me know how you feel for what you learned from this video. If you seem to have any specific questions to ask regarding what I've talked about in this video, feel free to leave your question at the comment section below, and I'll ensure to give you a response. Also ensure that you're part of the channel membership by clicking on the join button, where you'll be getting special information that will help to simplify your academic work. Alright, so having known that, click on the screen above and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.